I thought it was my neighbor. I was wrong. I live in a small apartment building. Nothing fancy. Old walls, thin doors, the kind of place where you hear everything. Footsteps, coughing, someone dropping keys. So when I first heard the voice, I didn't panic. I was lying in bed, lights off, phone face down on the nightstand, and I heard it. A voice from the hallway, low, muffled, like someone talking to themselves. And that's what I thought. I checked the time. 12:43 a.m. Late, but not strange. People come home late here. The voice stopped after a few seconds. I rolled over, closed my eyes. Then it started again. Same place, same tone. But this time, it sounded closer. Not loud, not yelling. Just deliberate, like someone standing still, speaking quietly. I sat up in bed. I remembered thinking, great, another drunk neighbor? I listened. The words weren't clear, more like fragments, pauses, breaths, as if someone was deciding what to say before saying it. I got out of bed, walked to the door, slowly. I didn't turn on the lights. I leaned in, pressed my ear close to the door, and that's when I realized something was wrong. The voice wasn't echoing. Hallways echo, even in old buildings. This didn't. It sounded flat, like it was meant for one person. Me. I pulled back from the door. My heart was beating faster now. The voice stopped. Complete silence. I stood there for a long moment, waiting. Then it whispered my name, not shouted, not questioned. Just said it, correctly. First name. No hesitation. I stepped back. My stomach dropped so hard I felt sick. No one in this building knows my name. I moved here 6 months ago. I don't talk to anyone. I keep to myself. I didn't answer. I stood there, frozen. Then the voice spoke again, right outside my door. Open it. Soft, almost polite. I backed away, slow, quiet. I went back to my bed and sat down, trying not to make a sound. My mind was racing. Someone's messing with you. Someone overheard your mail. You're overreacting. That's what I told myself. The voice didn't speak again. Minutes passed. 5, 10. I checked my phone. 1:02 a.m., no notifications, no missed calls. I convinced myself it was over. I lay back down. I was just starting to calm down when the voice came back. This time, it was closer. Too close. It wasn't coming from the hallway anymore. It was coming from inside the door, like the space between the door and the frame, like it was right there. Breathing. Can you hear me? My chest felt tight. I didn't move. I didn't even breathe. The voice waited. Then it laughed. Not loud, not creepy, just a short breath of air, like amusement. I know you're awake. I reached for my phone. My hands were shaking. I opened the camera app. No flashlight. I didn't want light under the door. I opened the security camera feed. I had installed a cheap hallway camera a month earlier, mostly for packages. The screen loaded. The hallway appeared. Empty. Lights flickering slightly. Old carpet. No movement. I stared at the screen, my heart pounding. The voice was still there, still speaking. But the hallway was empty. I zoomed in. Nothing. Then the voice whispered, "Don't look at the screen." My blood went cold. I dropped the phone onto the bed. The voice stopped. Total silence. I didn't sleep that night. I sat there until sunrise. Lights on, TV playing. Every sound made me flinch. The next day, I told myself I imagined it. Stress. Lack of sleep. That night, I went to bed early. Lights off, door locked, camera open. I stared at the screen. 12:17 a.m. Nothing. 12:18. Nothing. 12:19. The hallway light flickered. Then the voice came back. Same spot, same tone. This is easier when you listen. I felt tears in my eyes. I didn't respond. The camera feed glitched, just for a second. When it came back, the hallway camera was angled differently. It was no longer facing the elevator. It was facing my door. I hadn't moved it. The voice spoke again. So close now. I unplugged the camera. The screen went black. The voice didn't stop. It kept talking, softly, patiently, saying things about me, things I hadn't told anyone, things I only thought. I covered my ears. It didn't help. The voice wasn't loud. It felt internal, like it was right behind my thoughts. At some point, I must have passed out, because the next thing I remember, it was morning, sunlight through the blinds, silence. I checked the door. No scratches, no marks. The hallway camera was still unplugged. I told myself it was over. That night, I slept with headphones on. White noise, volume high. I still heard it. Not the words, just the presence. Like someone waiting, standing, listening. I moved out 2 weeks later. Different building, different floor, different city. I don't have hallway cameras anymore. I don't listen to silence. I sleep with noise. Always. And sometimes, right before I fall asleep, I hear it again. Not outside, not inside, just close enough to feel, waiting for me to listen. That night changed how I sleep forever.